Well, America, you wouldn't believe what is going on with old Stan. What a hellish couple of days it has been, my fellow Americans. I think you can hear me, but I can't hear a thing, man, okay? I'm just going to, Nathan is up in Washington, D.C. We're on a brand new network, and I know we're on in West Palm on the great WBZT. I haven't the foggiest idea where else we're on. The Stan Major program is back on the air, America, and I think I'll write a book. Anybody want to help me write a book about all this? At the moment, I got to tell you what's happening. You can hear me. They can hear me in D.C., where the network is. You can hear me wherever you are out there in the fruited plain, as Limbaugh would say. But I can't hear nothing. And so we're on the air, but we got a little technical glitch, okay? So they're going to work on it in D.C., and hopefully we'll be able to, hey, you know, I can do 3 hours. I don't need anybody to call in. You know me, I can do 3 hours all by myself. So they'll work on it. I cannot get involved in a lengthy discussion about what has transpired. Suffice to say that the people who were putting up the program decided not to put the program up, and they pulled the plug on it, gave me like 4 or 5 hours notice, and that was it. Didn't put me back on the air. They actually ran a tape one night, and then I don't know what they did. I don't want to talk about them anyway. That's all past history. We'll let the lawyers sort all that out. This is the Stan Major program. We are in the same place with you on your dial, wherever you may be, and it's great to be back with you again. And again, we got a technical glitch here on the first night on this new network. This network is called the Radio America Network, and it's a bunch of great people. Jim Roberts out of Washington, D.C., and they have some good people on the network, and I'm delighted that we were able to get as many affiliates to move over a few transponders on the same satellite so that you'll be able to hear me right now. I'm not even going to bother to give you an 800 number until we get this thing cleared up. Well, I'll give you an 800 number. No, I'm not going to. You know, you're going to bother them up there, okay? So don't. I'm not going to give you that. I'll tell you what. You can fax me, though. Same fax number, 954-236-2333. I'd like to get faxes from you so that I know who's picking the show up tonight. I think Cleveland's picking the show up. I know West Palm Beach is picking it up. I believe Oklahoma City's picking it up. And let's see, a lot of great places. Huntsville, Alabama. Good old Butch over there who got a real dose of Ride Like the Wind tonight. He loves that theme song. And we'll see who else is out there. So just fax me at 954-236-2333, and let's see who's out and about. We are on a little late. This is a temporary situation. Low Ponte has been doing the show, which this network has been carrying for some time. And unlike the other network that has no graciousness about it, this network is a little more gracious to Mr. Ponte, and they've informed him that I will be taking the 2 hours from him on this network in a few days. But they've given him a little notice, see? They're not like these other people. And so I think that's just great. So we'll be back on 2 hours earlier at our regular time, midnight Eastern time, 11 o'clock Central, in a few days, all right? But you listen because it's a good show, and listen keeping in mind that I'll be here at this time. For those stations who don't pick up the Stan Major program until this hour anyway, totally disregard what I just said, will you please? I have some thank yous. Whoops, my engineer told me not to peek this piece of equipment we've got here. We have a marvelous piece of equipment down here that we're using for this. It's made of Scotch tape, and it's all patched up, and we're having a wonderful time. No, it's really a good piece of equipment. It's called a Comrex, and it's a big fancy thing, and it does everything but feed a signal back to me from Washington, so I can hear anything they happen to say up there, including your calls, all right? So far, the fax is silent, so again, if you want to fax me, at the moment, that's the only way I can get communication. 954-236-2333. Just go ahead and fax me and let me know where you are, all right? I want to thank the folks at Airborne Express. I've been doing business with them now for about 3 or 4 years. My small company, we spent a lot of money with Airborne Express. They've generally been very good. And the day before yesterday, I Airborne Expressed a huge package from my home here to the new network in Washington, D.C. That package contained my theme songs, the music breakers that we use, all my commercials for Oric and Gold Bond, all that good stuff. And guess where it ended up? It didn't go to Washington, D.C., thanks to Airborne Express. It went to Denver, Colorado. And it had Washington, D.C. on the address. And it had a zip code which began with a 200 something. And how it ended up in Denver, according to Airborne Express, was they misread the 2 and they thought it was an 8. I write pretty lousy, but even if they read it as an 8 and they look and they say the city is Washington, D.C., there's no excuse for sending it to Denver, Colorado. So all the production will get in there tomorrow, thanks to Airborne. So I wanted to give them a huge plug, and if anybody from DHL or FedEx is listening, yeah, I am going to start doing business with you folks. Now, we're supposed to have a break coming up here, Nathan, and I'm trying to give you plenty of time to work on this problem. Don't even worry about this first break. It's a network break. That's my money. I don't care, all right? Just relax. Don't worry about this break. So the first break we have coming up should be about 21 on your clock up there. So just aim toward the 21 break, and don't worry about this first break. I want you to try to get this so I can hear what's going on, because if I can't hear what's going on, I may have to interview myself for the next 3 hours. Well, I can do that. Hey, Stan, what'd you think of the mass suicide? Oh, it's all Art Bell's fault. Oh, okay. Well, why is it Art Bell's fault? Well, he's the one that came up with all this crap about a UFO ready to pick up alien beings, right? Behind Hell Bop. It's his fault. Blame it on him. Okay? All right. Since he's my big competitor, I'll give him a big plug and blame it on him. Suicide is very definitely Art Bell's fault. I'm sure they'll find Art Bell tapes all over the place if they start investigating there at Rancho Santa Fe. I don't want to make light of that situation, but I guess I just did. But only I want to take a little jab there. All right? Okay, let me see if I'm on the air. I mean, this is really weird. Nope, I don't hear myself. I don't know. I guess I'm on the air. If not, I'll be talking to myself, folks. All right? All right. Police investigating the deaths of 39 cult members near San Diego, California, have confirmed that the victims died in a mass suicide after eating drug-laced pudding or applesauce. Well, I guess that beats Kool-Aid, children. Officials said the 21 women and 18 men were between the ages of 20 and 72 and were dressed in similar outfits almost as if they were wearing uniforms. There's another good argument for uniforms. Most of the victims were in their 40s and were covered with a purple shroud. San Diego County's medical examiner says it appeared the suicides were carried out in 3 groups over a period of several days. The last 2 victims were found with plastic bags on their heads. TV networks have identified the man who led 39 members of the Heaven's Gate cult in a mass suicide as Marshall Applewhite. and showed videotape of him promising his followers they would rise to a higher level. CBS, NBC, and ABC all identified Applewhite and aired a recent videotape showing him exhorting his listeners to follow the group's example. "You can follow us, but you cannot stay here," he said in one excerpt. "The planet Earth is about to be recycled, and your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave with us." They also have a website. You'll be reading about this in your paper tomorrow. Are you interested in what the website is? All right, get ready to write down, all you cyber freaks out there. http://www.heavensgate. What else? heavensgate.com. http://www.heavensgate, all one word, .com. All right? So, that brings you up to date. Again, if you want to fax me, that's the only thing we can do right now. Fax me from wherever you are and let me know what stations are on with us with the Stan Major program tonight, after being off everywhere for a couple of nights. Area code 954-236-2333. Area code 954-236-2333. And I'm picking up the phone, Nathan. Are we on the air? No, can you hear me? Am I going out up to the satellite, the big satellite in the sky? All right, call this number if you can hear me, okay? The number is, the new call-in number is, you really want to do this, Nathan, huh? You're not busy there trying to figure out, trying to take care of the problem? Okay, good. Great. 1-800-872-1121 is the call-in number. 1-800-872-1121. Now, that's a new number you're going to have to get used to. 1-800, toll-free, 872-1121. If that lights up, you'll know we're coming off the satellite and going into some satellite dishes and being transported out over the fruited plain. All right? Okay, what else is going on in the news? Let's see. Manson was denied parole. Good. Gee, it's sure a shame that the state of California, the taxpayers in California, have to pay so much money to keep him locked up for so long. Son of slain civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. is meeting with James Earl Ray and is convinced that his father's confessed assassin is innocent. And O.J. Simpson is back in the news. He has to turn over more than $400,000 worth of property, including his Heisman Trophy, my fellow Americans, to satisfy part of a civil award against him. The judge said the surrender of the property will go to the sheriff's department and let the parties fight it out over who gets what. All right? Okay, we're coming up to our break here. I think we are. My fellow Americans, the Stan Major program is on the air in one direction. The number again is 1-800-872-1121. Call us and let us know where you're hearing us. The fax number is 954-236-2333. If there's some music underneath me, bring it up. All right. Are you on a break now? All right, we're trying to work the technical things out, folks. I know we're on the air in Palm Beach. We're coming off the satellite. I know we're on the air in several places tonight of the Stan Major program as we reintroduce it. Let's call it the new Stan Major program, where you can hear me and I can't hear you. With some of my idiot callers, that's a good idea, you know. Maybe I'll just do a diatribe here every night. All right, let's do a break. We'll be right back.
Men are from Mars.
Women are from Venus.
Oh, you read the book?
Not yet. Sounds good.
Oh, it is good.
You've read it?
Heard it. I got
Nathan.
it from my audiobook club.
I'm
Wait,
getting
it's an
the feed on the
audiobook, too?
phone.
Oh, yeah, lots of bestsellers are now.
I'm getting the feed on the phone. You're playing a PI, right?
Jerry Spence, How to Argue and Win
Jerry
Every
Spence, How to
Time.
Argue,
so
and
that's your
etc.
secret. But who has time for all those?
I do, and you do
no.
too.
See,
If
I
they're
can't hear you.
audiobooks,
I gotta
I
hear you
listen to
on
mine
my
while I
phone.
commute.
Nathan, can
I
you
could
hear
do
me?
that.
If you'd like to listen to the books you haven't got time to read, welcome to the club, the Columbia House Audio Book Club. As your introduction, take 4 of today's best audiobooks for 99 cents. Call now for our book list. Pick any 4 you want for 99 cents. And remember, there's always time for a good book if it's an audiobook. Does not include
Nathan,
shipping
I
and
think
handling.
I
Must
got-
purchase
I think I
4
can
titles
solve
over
the
the next 2
problem.
years
You
at
gotta
regular
talk to
sub
me.
prices. Call 1-800-443-3499 for details. 1-800-443-3499.
Program. I hear the music. You know what that means? I can hear callers. Hey, no, not really. I mean, I've got a phone in each ear. I ain't hearing nothing on the headphones. The heck with the headphones. Let me get rid of the headphones, friends. Man, this is incredible. This is fun. Yeah, I'll tell you. All right, wait a minute. I got headphones mixed up with 2 phones. Ladies and gentlemen, literally. I hope somebody's recording this. Oh, okay. Let's keep this. Let's put this in the what are those cornerstone thing? Yeah, whatever. Because I'm talking to Nathan, who's handling the show up in Washington D.C. on a black telephone, and I'm hearing the program on a yellow telephone. Okay. All right, so incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, we can take phone calls. You got anybody? Let me give out the number, 1-800-872-1121. We'll try it, okay, Nathan? Because I can hear the program, I can hear the commercials, and I can hear everything else. So I assume when you pot up a caller, I should be able to hear the caller. So somebody call us out there. Let's pretend we're in the radio business, and you can be the first caller on Stan's news show, the new Stan Major program on the Radio America Network. 1-800-872-1121. And all you people who've been calling your local affiliate and saying, "Where is he? Why did you take him off the radio? 'Cause we love him." See, now you can hear me, and you can call and thank them for putting me back on. We still don't have a fax yet. 954-236-2333. All you people who used to fax me and let me know that where we're being heard. All right, we're picking up stations. We'll be picking up stations. Our old affiliate list was about 120, 130, 140, depending on which list you looked at. And we'll be picking them all up, I'm sure, or most of them. All right, those stations that we really want will be coming on board with us. The fax number again is 954-236-2333. The new call-in number on the Stan Major program is toll-free 1-800-872-1121. I better write that down because that's not simple, especially in the middle of the night. If you've had a couple of hot toddies, it's difficult. 1-800-872-1121. I want everybody to dial that and keep Nathan awake up there. All right? Okay. We're in the same place. We're doing the show out of the same place. And we will be on the air at 2 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Central Time for the next few days, and then we'll be back to our regular midnight to 5 thing. I hear music. Which means it must be break time. The Stan Major program on the air, 1-800-872-1121. We'll be back. call from Boynton Beach, and the lady said it was staticky. That's not our fault. That's BZT's problem. It's a great radio station, but sometimes the signal's a little fuzzy in certain areas. But that's a station that's been with me for almost 4 or 5 years, so it is a marvelous, marvelous radio station. We have some lines available at 1-800-872-1121. Are you able to? What do we have? Just 1 or 2 lines that they can call in on with all this equipment? Yeah, I guess so. We'll get it all straightened out, folks. 1-800-872-1121. And again, if you want to fax me, the number is 954-236-2333. Somebody just faxed me from someplace. But with holding 2 phones and talking into a microphone, I can't reach back for the fax. All right? All right, but if you do want to fax me, it's 954-236-2333, as usual. Same old fax number, but the call-in number has been changed, 1-800-872-1121. 1-800-872-1121. Let's play program director here, Nathan. Nathan, when you do shows that are out of the studio, right? I'm sure he does shows that are out of the studio. And I just wonder how he talks back to the people. I wonder if he talks back to the people. If you got a call there, Nathan, twist their arm and bring the pot up. Let's see if I can hear him. Okay? It's 2:36 Eastern Time, 1:36 Central Time, and we're live on the Stan Major program on a brand new network with a technical glitch that you wouldn't believe. Yeah. All right. All right. Who's calling from Cleveland?
Hello, Stan.
Who's this?
This is Jim.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Pretty good.
All right,
Good
let me
to
put
talk to
Nate's
you
phone
again.
down. I'm tired of talking to him, okay? How you doing?
Hi.
Now, you got to understand that I'm listening to you on a telephone.
Okay.
Okay. So speak the speech distinctly, will ya?
I will try, sir.
All right. How are you hearing me? Am I all right?
Well, I'm hearing you on the phone right now. I turned down my radio.
Great. With all the sophisticated gear we've got between here and D.C., you and I got to have a conversation on the telephone. I don't know. You and I might as well get a cellular phone and call people.
Well, that might work, but I'm hearing you on the phone. I was hearing you on the radio. I turned down my radio as soon as he put me on the air.
Great.
And if I turn up in the background, I hope this doesn't confuse you too much. And yeah, now I can hear my distinctive, scratchy voice. That's why I never made it beyond college as a radio DJ.
Right. You're a real troublemaker, aren't you? Well, another one of these Cleveland troublemakers, I'll tell you.
Well, we've talked
Well, I'm
before.
glad John Hill got us up off the satellite tonight on ERE. The only reason Hill keeps my program on the air is he wants to keep the phones quiet during the day. Because,
okay.
Yeah, everybody in Cleveland that likes Stan Major always starts calling him, accusing him of taking the program off the air.
Okay, well, I'm going to call him and thank him for keeping the program on the air.
You are a great American, I'll tell you. All right, we know that we can do it now. It ain't too good, I'll tell you. It probably sounds good on the air, but I can't hear what it sounds like on the air because I got to talk to you on the telephone. All right? Thank you. Thank you for your call. You see, we can do it, Nathan. It sucks, but we can do it. 1-800-872-1121. That's the number. All righty. Oh, listen, Jack up in the talk of Orange County, Middletown, New York, says, faxes me, it says, Stan just wanted you to know that you're on in the Hudson Valley, okay, you sound fine. Other networks called our office offering Art Bell and others, but we said, that's okay. We only put on sane talk show hosts, not insane talk show hosts. You can't call Art Bell insane, Jack. He'll go on the Internet and rip you to pieces. You can't say that he's crazy. I mean, it may be a fact, Jack. I can't say it on national radio. You can't say it, okay? You did, though, didn't you? All right, I'm going to fax this to him tomorrow, Jack. I'm going to get you in all kinds of trouble. Nah, I'm just kidding. WALL, one of the first stations that called me and said, "Where are you? We want you." Isn't that great? I mean, just no BS, nothing. Where will you be? We'll pick it up. Isn't that great? Now, maybe they'll send their engineer down to Washington so we can get this mess straightened out. Maybe I'll pay to send my engineer to Washington and we'll get it straightened out. In case you just tuned in, the Stan Major program is on the air. We are on the air. It is 2:42 Eastern Time, 1:42 Central Time. I'm in the same hot seat as always. I have a funny-looking piece of equipment in front of me, which is sending my voice, as marvelous as it usually is, up to Washington, D.C., to a new network, which is carrying the program. And they're supposed to be feeding the program back down to me so that I can talk to you, but there's a little glitch. And, hey, listen, it's the first night on the air with them, and God love them. They did a heck of a job trying to get everything set up. And if we had this little glitch, I don't want to make it sound like a big deal because it isn't a big deal. I mean, Nathan, relax. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not anybody's fault. When you try to do these things as quick as we did it, which was in a matter of 48 hours, you're going to have a glitch somewhere. All right, and that's just the way it goes. But the show is on the air, and I'm a talker, and that's the way I do my thing. Here's the new call-in number. I can talk to you, all right? So give us a shot at 1-800-872-1121. Dial that number. That's the new call-in number for the Stan Major program, 1-800-872-1121. We're probably fuzzy because I'm not working as close to the microphone as usual because I got two telephones in my face. You understand? You understand that, lady in Boynton Beach, Florida? Excuse us. I have a phone in each hand. I have a phone in my left ear, a phone in my right ear, and don't... What? Okay. All right, wrong station, but that's okay. That's my competitor you're talking about, Nathan, okay? BZT is the one there. Well, that's why that other station gets ratings, because people put them down when they're not even listening to them, okay? Incredible. Always get the first name for me, okay, Nathan? Just the first name. That'll be fine. That way I can converse with them. All right? It's probably Brian. Ken, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Stan. How are you?
All right, I can hear you, Ken. Let me put Nathan down. I'm tired of him. Oh, God, give my ear a break. And, I got big ears. I can take a lot. All right, now, the lady from Boynton said I sounded fuzzy. Do I sound fuzzy to you?
No, you're coming in real loud and clear.
All right, Boynton Beach, stuff it. All right? Where the moon, where Hell Bop don't have no UFO behind it.
Yeah, thank
Pass
God.
it on. All right. Well, I'm back on. I mean, the people at BZT are fantastic. And Marie Turner called and she said, "I'm going on vacation. Please tell me what's going on so I can go on vacation." So she's off and gone, and everything is copacetic. And that's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm going to call Dick Farrell tomorrow and tell him what's really going on. Okay?
All right.
Okay, I'm supposed to call in on, they're supposed to call me at about 10 or 15 minutes before noon tomorrow. So that should be pretty exciting because if I go on his show, I'm going to hit him up live for a box of Maduro cigars. All right?
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right. What's on your mind?
Oh, I just wanted to call and let you know that you got a great show, and I listen to you every night while I'm working.
Great. Are you one of these clock punchers?
No, I work as a security officer.
That's
in the
what I
gated
meant.
community.
But you're not one of these security guys that's got to walk around and punch a clock all the time.
Oh, gosh, no.
Thank
I
goodness.
work as a patrol supervisor. I'm in a 24-hour patrol vehicle.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. That sounds exciting, especially with stuff that goes on in your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't want to give anybody the impression, again, that they shouldn't come to Florida, right?
That's
Just
right.
because we're putting 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000. What's 1,000 criminals released early out of prison? What's 2,000 criminals, murderers, rapists, all those nice people getting out of jail early? Come on down. You know, what the heck.
That's right. Come on down. What we'll do is we'll send those criminals up to the steps of the Supreme Court and let the justices take care of them.
Hey, I'm glad you called in, Ken. Get back to work, will you?
Okay, Stan, you have a good night. Thanks for the
Thank
show.
you. Ken from, what do you say, Boca? Oh, man. I'll be glad when the news comes so I can put the phones down, you know. We are at 1-800-872-1121. If you want to fax me, the fax number is the same as always. Area code 954-236-2333. Area code 954-236-2333. And, Nathan, we're playing this all by ear tonight, okay? You're doing a heck of a job. Don't forget the 51 break and we'll be in good shape. See, I need these little breaks because with my hands full here, I can't even pour myself a cup of coffee, you know, or take a drink of water. 1-800-872-1121.
Hang up and then dial your operator.
We're starting at 2 hours into the
If you'd
usual
like to make a
start
call,
time, but that's
please
only
hang
for
up
a
and
few
try
days, so
again.
those
If you
stations
need
that
help, hang
didn't
up
hear
and then
me
dial
at
your
9 Eastern
operator.
Time or 11 Central, don't worry about it. You will be getting the full Stan Major program in a matter of a few days. Okay. And I want to thank Jack up in Middletown for that fax. I really appreciate that. If you want to call in, we can get you on the air with me, and we can chat and say hi. Let me know where you're listening. 1-800-872-1121. 1-800-872-1121. That's the new call-in number, toll-free from... Does that work from Canada, Nathan? Probably does. The website of the group who died in a mass suicide in Southern California actually contains an anti-suicide message. The position against suicide says the group did not intend to lose their physical vehicles, meaning their bodies, before being picked up from Earth by a spacecraft in the very near future. The material at the site, located at the Internet designation that I gave you earlier, contains black themes referring to the impending recycling of the Earth. It suggests the only way to escape is through the brief window afforded by the coming of the comet Hale-Bopp. The site calls Hale-Bopp's approach the marker we've been waiting for, the time for the arrival of the spacecraft from the level above human to take us to their world in the literal heavens. Though the website, the group professes, through the website, the group professes not to take their own lives, but they discuss the possibility of such actions as attempts by the powers that control this world to incarcerate or psychologically and physically torture them for their ideas. And the site names Ruby Ridge and Waco as examples of such attempts. Well, you're going to be getting a lot more stuff like that. Weird stuff, man. Really weird. Drink your Kool-Aid and be very, very careful. Be careful when you cross the street. Be careful when you come to Florida, all right? 1-800-872-1121. Got another break coming up, Nathan? I hope so, because I need to take a sip of coffee. 1-800-872-1121. Keep dialing in, and we'll take a few calls here and there. The fax is available to you, 954-236-2333. Area code 954-236-2333. The Stan Major program on the air, and heavens knows where. Mr. Allison, 1-800-872-1121. Keep dialing in. Keep faxing. Area code 954-236-2333. Again, the call-in number, and we can take a few calls. You have to hear me on a telephone, and I have to hear you on a telephone. But actually, you're not hearing me on a telephone. Come to think of it, I'm just hearing you on a telephone. You hear me almost normal. 1-800-872-1121. Again, let me mention that the program is starting a little late for a few days, but we will be back on at our regular 5-hour interval in the not-too-distant future. And so we hope you enjoy the program that precedes us on this network. We're all being very gracious and giving a little notice to the gentleman who does it so that we don't treat him like I was treated with the other place I was formerly with, which will remain unnamed. But he'll be exiting and doing something, going someplace else or doing something. Low Ponte, pretty good. Low Ponte, is that the way you pronounce it? I've never heard him before, so I can't really comment on him. He comes out of the West Coast. And he is on until 2 Eastern Time on this network for the next few days, and then he will give way to old Stan, and we'll be back at our regular time, midnight Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock in the mountains, and 9 o'clock Pacific Time. I think we're on in Vancouver on KVAN, Vancouver and Portland, so if anybody out there is listening, you'd like to call in, let us know, or send me a fax. I'd like for you to check in. KVAN with a mighty signal in Vancouver. I think they were coming on tonight on the first night on this new network. I also think Oklahoma City's on. I'm not sure about Little Rock or Hot Springs. I'm not sure about Waterbury or Bridgeport, Connecticut. I believe Northampton, Mass is on. And let's see, who else was going to come on? J&T over in Jackson, Mississippi. I believe they're on with us tonight. And heavens only knows who else. I'm not sure about Key West, but I am sure about BZT in West Palm Beach. They wouldn't miss me for anything. And ABB in Mobile, I think, is with us. ABB in Mobile and BZT in West Palm Beach have been with me. They have the records, friends, the record, all-time Stan Major record carrying, all right? And like 4 years, can you believe that? And what would we do without Walter from Mobile? I told the guys at ABB if they didn't put me on the air that I'd send Walter in with a bomb to bomb their place, okay? And he would do it. Nah, I'm just kidding, Walter. All right, now we're coming up to a top of the hour news break, thank God, so I can put these phones down and relax for a couple of minutes. We'll be back live with you in about 5 or 6 minutes. The number is 1-800-872-1121. The fax number, 954-236-2333. All righty, America, the Stan Major program is on the air, such as it is on a brand new network, the Radio America Network out of Washington, D.C. Nice to be with you, and just keep those phone calls and faxes coming in one at a time. It is 8 minutes after the hour of 3, and this is Thursday, March 28th. Technically, it is Friday, March 28th, right? Yeah. Friday, March 28th, Thursday night, March 27th, if you're out on the West Coast. It's just after midnight if you're listening to us in Vancouver and you want to call in. Here is the brand new number. Are you ready, boys and girls? This is the brand new number for those of you in Palm Springs, if you're with us, or in Vancouver, or all those great places that are picking us up tonight for the first time with the new Stan Major show. 1-800 872-1121. Now, I know it's not simple. It's going to take a little getting used to, but write it down someplace so you got it handy. 1-800-872-1121. All right? All right, Nathan. All right, great. Another West Palm Beach caller. How are? Be sure to get the first name, Nathan, because I don't know how to start a conversation unless I know the first name. Okay. Thank you. Caller, whatever you are, what's your first name?
Gene.
I'll get your first name.
Gene.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to pick up the other phone. Go ahead.
Gene.
Gene, how are you, Gene?
Well, okay, wait a minute. First of all, are you on delay?
Oh, don't ask that, Gene.
Okay, all right, I'll turn that down immediately because I thought I heard it.
Oh, okay.
Well, so I could hear what's going on because I've noticed you had some confusion tonight. And I'm glad to hear you.
No, you're glad I'm confused.
No, I'm glad.
See, I've never been confused in my life until tonight. I can't figure out this technical stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I have a tough time, you know, like plugging in my razor.
Sure. But all I know is there was one free night that I had. I tuned in, and who do I get? Joe Mazza.
Oh, jeez.
Well, he's a lot of fun on the weekend.
Yeah, right.
In fact, I even called BZT, and I said, what the heck did you take him off for? To put on some really dreamy show, whatever. To get to sleep.
Thanks a lot.
That was a long time ago.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
put Joe Mazza back on.
And you got excited for about 2 minutes.
And then you were still on 5 nights a week, and I still enjoy. But tonight, because I heard your voice when I tuned in, I said, now I got to stand by and listen. And thank goodness.
You think I'm really going to say something?
I don't know. All I know is...
look, I got a yellow phone sticking out of one ear.
Yeah.
I got a black phone sticking out of the other ear. Somebody ought to have a picture of this. I mean, this is a real picture.
I can imagine. I can imagine. You're like the busy office worker.
One of them stockbrokers saying, sell today. Got 140 points. Sell.
So tell me, is everything going to stay the way it is for now?
No, we're going to be on at our usual midnight hour on the East Coast in a few days.
I see.
We want to be a little gracious to a man who has been on there for a little while and let him make a gracious exit after a few days, and then we'll be back. It'll be the regular thing, and I'll swear by this time tomorrow night we'll have this technical glitch taken care of.
Hopefully.
Or I'm going to call my buddy Billy Bob at the White House and I'm going to say, march over there to 15th Street Northwest and straighten those people out, Billy Bob. Okay? I'll sick Hillary on them. Right?
Oh, please leave her out of it.
Oh, okay.
She's just as bad.
All right. Well, listen, I can't sick Newt on him. Newt's in Asia.
Yeah.
In China or someplace.
Too bad.
Don't you find it a little amazing that Gore and Gingrich are in China almost at the same time? Of course, Newt went to the old-fashioned China.
Yeah.
Gore went to the Kami Pinko China.
Mm-hmm. And they've all got one agenda in mind.
Yeah, they both know where the money is, right?
Of course. That's the whole
they're
thing
coming
in a
back
nutshell.
with suitcases full of $1,000 bills, my fellow Americans.
I never thought one country would ever get involved so deeply and so badly, all because of money.
Isn't that something?
God.
Everything's for sale.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's why I never paid much.
How much are you worth?
Me?
Yeah.
Only what
I mean, how much, if I want to buy you, okay, how much?
Oh, you couldn't buy me.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm not for sale.
Okay. All right, Gene, we'll call the folks at BCT and thank them, will you?
I will, and I've got one last question for you.
Sure.
Would you, or will you give out your reason for leaving or whatever what went wrong with the other one?
No, they pulled the plug on me. I was perfectly willing to ease out of there without this kind of a situation.
Well, I'm glad you're still on, and of course you're still got a faithful listener anyway.
Thank you.
And the best to you, Stan. May God bless.
Thank you. I need it tonight.
And I will call BZT and thank them as well.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, Gene. Thank you very much. I keep wanting to hang up the phone every time a call ends. But if I do that, we're in deep trouble, friends, because it's the only way I can hear the program. The Stan Major program on the air, I guess we can call it the new Stan Major program, the new version of the Stan Major program at 1-800-872-1121. Got it? 1-800-872-1121. You will notice that circumstances are dictating that I'm not doing any of my usual commercials tonight. I'm giving my advertisers a free ride here. I'm not even going to charge them. On second thought, maybe I won't do the commercials and charge them anyway. I mean, what do they care, right? Yeah. We love to be on your show. You want to fax me? I'd be delighted to have your fax. We've only gotten one so far, which is a little weird. The fax number is 954-236-2333. As always, the fax number hasn't changed. 954-236-2333. But keep calling in at 1-800-872-1121. Yep. All right. Good. Put him on. Hey, JJ.
Good morning, Stan.
Hi, JJ.
I tell you what, I even called your former network affiliate up there in Canton, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And they just gave me a runaround.
Well, what can I tell you?
Well, I know, you know. And listen, if you expect a box of cigars out of Dick Farrell,
hey, if anybody can get a box of cigars out of Farrell, it's
I
me.
could. I was at a cigar dinner with him on Friday night.
Oh yeah.
And they pulled a great one on him. They gave him a El Producto and
Hey, I hear El Producto's going for $5 a cigar now.
Exactly, Stan.
Isn't that something?
And you know what?
Let's see. There's a cigar. Wait a minute. There's a new cigar out of Hialeah that Cigar Aficionado discovered.
Yeah.
And the minute the magazine came out, they quadrupled the price.
Oh,
How do you like that? That's what's happening in the cigar business. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
I can't afford anything anymore.
Every time I go into one, it goes up for about 50 cents or 75 cents a crack. You know.
You know that they are selling horrible cigars at filling stations now. And this, you know what? Have you seen the price on them?
Yeah.
$4.
Mm-hmm.
$4.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous. I mean, people are being conned. All these former yuppies are walking around, getting out of their BMW saying, oh, man, if that's a $4 cigar, I deserve that.
Ask Farrell about spotting Rush Limbaugh down here on Clematis Street in West Palm the other day, buying 2 boxes of cigars.
You're kidding.
In a stretch limo.
Really?
Yeah. But listen, you are my new Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah?
I
yeah,
really,
but you see, Rush never had to have 2 phones in his ears.
No, but another thing is, since he's gotten married, I think he's lost. He's lost.
You know, somebody bought him the other day.
Yeah, I know he did. I know. I heard.
Did you hear about that? $100 million.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a price, right?
Well, I guess so. I don't know. I guess for $100 million, I'm for sale.
He had to make the payments on his house up there.
Yeah, well, it's $12 million, I guess. I really am glad you're back on the air, though, because I called.
Yeah, we'll be back on at the regular start time in a few days.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of friends that just get up. I mean, I get up purposely just to hear you for an hour or two during the night, and because your guests are great.
Stop stroking me.
No, well, listen to that. Dr. Jim Lovell, I get his newsletter, the Washington Report.
Yeah.
And
he's going to be on next Friday, a week from today.
And that is excellent. And you have some excellent guests, and I really want to thank you.
Putting everybody to sleep, JJ.
Am I? Okay. I'm going to go back to sleep then.
All right.
Bye.
Give Dick Farrell my best.
Hey, listen. I'm going to listen to you at 11:45 today now.
Yeah, they better call me.
Well,
all right,
I'll call him.
Waiting.
I'll call him off the air and tell him make sure you do it.
Yeah. And
All right.
he'll say, we lost his number.
I'll tell him it's 1-800-872-1121.
All right.
Be good,
JJ,
Jack.
thank you.
Yeah.
Good to talk to you. How come you people aren't faxing me? That bugs me. Let me check to make sure the machine's working here. Yeah, it's fired up. It's working. And you, at the very least, you should fax me and say, thank you for not doing your commercials tonight. I mean, wouldn't that be nice of you to do that? The Stan Major advertisers, out of the kindness of their heart, do understand that technical difficulties belie the presentation of all of his commercials tonight. We want to thank them very much. The fax number is 954-236-2333. 954-236-2333. Let me explain to those of you who join us at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Central, midnight Mountain Time, or 11 o'clock Pacific Time, pay no attention to what I'm about to say. It has no effect on you whatsoever. Pay no attention, okay? What I'm about to say is that the show temporarily is pushed back 2 hours from 2 Eastern Time until 5, but it is a temporary thing. We'll be back to our regular midnight Eastern Time start, 9 o'clock Western Time start in a few days. All right? So just be patient, my fellow Americans. Also, I want to put in a big plug for Airborne Express again for shipping my overnight package to Denver instead of Washington, D.C. Congratulations, Airborne. You are absolutely phenomenal. How you figure that a 2 that starts out a zip code is an 8 is beyond me. And then how you figure Washington, D.C. is anything close to Denver is beyond me. All right, I think we got another break coming up. Did I hear some music there? All right. All right, the phone number is 1-800-872-1121. Keep dialing in. All right, my fellow Americans, the Stan Major program is on the air. Sort of. You got any callers, Nathan? All right, 1-800-872-1121. Come on, people. Let's go. Give me a call. If you've never had an opportunity to actually talk to me on the telephone, so you get that rare opportunity. All right, 1-800-872-1121. And again, the fax number is 954-236-2333. Don't forget the first name there, Nathan, so I can I gotta tell Nathan how we screen calls on the Stan Major program. No, it's very simple, Nathan. You answer the phone, you say, "What's your first name? Where are you calling from? Hold on." That's the way we screen. Ah, man, that's the way we screen calls, you know. And I still have these stupid headphones on. I don't have any idea why I have the headphones on. I got one phone in my right ear, one phone in my left ear, and I have headphones on which are absolutely dead. There's nothing coming through the headphones, and how come I got them on? I'll never know. All right. 1-800-872-1121 on the major program. Let's see what else we can talk about. Yeah. All right, Lucy, how are you? Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
I don't think you're in tune tonight.
Huh?
What is happening there?
What's happening?
Yes.
Oh, it's crazy, Lucy.
It sounds that way.
I have a black phone. I'm being ethically perfect tonight. I have a black phone in one ear and a white phone in the other, man. Even Morse D's would accept that. In the Southern Not-So-Poverty Law Center.
Why don't you have a picture taken of that?
There's nobody here to take a click-click. I mean,
that's
they should.
Too bad. That's too bad. Here. You know,
next time Lori comes in here, I'll have her bring the camera and we'll play Let's Pretend.
I was worried for fear that they had taken you off the air now.
No. Where are you calling from?
Palm Beach.
Okay. Oh, no. Listen, they're wonderful there. They're fantastic.
Yes, well, I hope so, but I don't know. You know, every time I listen to someone whom I really like, of course, you've been on for quite a number of years, but if they have any ideas like you have, they're taken off. Now, why?
Because they're lousy, Lucy.
You're not the people broadcasting. You mean the management?
No. The management is wonderful. Management is God. It's the talk show hosts that are bad.
Well,
and if you don't believe me, there's a bunch of them that are still around.
Oh, listen, you mean a bunch of good ones or a bunch of bad ones?
A bunch of bad ones.
Well, that's all I get.
You want me to name names?
Well, this dumb Lycus, Tom Lycus, who's taken off.
My buddy Tom from Hollywood.
You like him?
Oh, Tom. Tom doesn't speak to me anymore, and I don't speak to him. They wouldn't take my call because I'm not a female between the ages of 23 and 38.
Well,
that's the only thing that gets on his show.
He's soaking in something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, what can I tell you?
But, you know, I used to listen to this Ken Hamlin, and I liked him out of Denver, out of Colorado.
He was okay. He didn't set the world on fire. Come on, Lucy.
Listen, I liked him. And then
you can like somebody, Lucy, but they don't set the world on fire.
No, maybe
and then you cannot like somebody who does set the world on fire, like Bimbo, okay?
But you're right. But anyway, Ken Hamlin was really down to earth, and I liked it. Yes, I did. I liked it.
Lucy.
Well,
you're certainly entitled to your First Amendment privileges.
I also liked when they had Ronald Reagan's son on. I loved him. And
boring.
You didn't like him?
Boring.
Well,
hey, if his last name was Smith, he'd be a plumber.
Well, I don't know. I learned a lot from listening to him, just as I learned a lot from listening to you.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that, but I'm not going to put out a newsletter, okay?
No, I don't care, because half the time I don't read the newsletters after I subscribe to them. But I do listen to the radio, because I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. But because I don't like the things that are on for the most part.
Oh, did you see the wonderful information the other day, which is exactly what I said when they came out with this stupid rating thing, that it's going to draw kids to the more, sexy and violent stuff, which is exactly what I said.
Well,
Lucy, thank you. I got a break. Lucy. Bye. Say goodbye. Bye.
You're listening to the Radio America Network.
Alrighty, my fellow Americans, the Stan Major program is back on the air after a couple of days hiatus, or whatever the word is, and we switched networks during that time. The Radio America Network out of Washington, D.C. is our new facility. Nice to be with them. They've done a heck of a job, and I want to really mention on the air how appreciative I am of all of their efforts. And it is true, we've had a little technical glitch tonight, but hey, you can hear me, and I can hear you if you want to call in at 1-800-872-1121. It's just that I have to listen to you on a stupid telephone instead of like we normally do. But we'll get that straightened out tomorrow afternoon, and by the time we get on the air tomorrow night, everything should be copacetic. So keep dialing in at 1-800-872 1121. Let me repeat that slowly because the phones are slow, the faxes are non-existent. 1-800-872-1121. And if you want to fax me and just tell me where you're listening to me, I'd appreciate it tonight. The fax is going to cost you about 30 cents this time of night. If you have a real great deal, it could be even 10 cents. So it doesn't cost very much, all right? Area code 954-236-2333. Same fax number as always, 954-236-2333. But the call-in number is different. It's 1-800-872-1121. Oh, man. Nobody wants to talk about the suicide cult out in California, which I think is really strange. A bunch of weirdos, you know, what can you say? We'll hear a lot. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry, Nathan. Arnold! Where are you, Arnold?
I'm here.
Where are you?
I'm in Boca Raton.
Okay, Arnold.
And I was very upset when I put on my radio and
heard me back, I know. I'm sorry, Arnold.
And you weren't there.
Oh.
And then I called up WBZT late in the morning, and they told me the story. But then I told them I complained about this guy being on the air, Joe Mazda. Oh man! I says I must be. I mean, this guy is ridiculous. He was.
You mean you don't want to talk about collectibles for 5 hours?
Oh my God! I just get that guy off the air. I mean,
you should have called in and asked him what he'd give you for a swing line Taiwanese stapler.
Oh my God!
Oh, excuse me. Swing line is the only thing left in the United States. Pardon me. It's made in the USA. Excuse me, from the great state of New York, as a matter of fact.
That's well. Thank God something's made.
Yeah.
In the USA.
So buy those swing line staplers, man. They're made in the USA.
Right. Well, anyway.
Well, I'm certainly happy that you're happy that
I'm happy.
I'm back on the radio, Arnold.
Right. Thank God. Okay, Stan. Let's look. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, boy, my ear's going to be sore tomorrow. 1-800-872-1121. And if you just tuned in, that's me. Yep, Stan is back. And we are delighted to be with you wherever we may be on the air. We're getting a lot of calls from BZT. We're not getting too many calls from any place else. I know that the program is on the air on a lot of other stations. I'm disappointed that we're not getting more faxes because it's the fax is just not going off at all. We did get fax from Middletown, New York, and I think that's the only fax we've gotten tonight. It's hard to believe that you people are refusing to fax me, especially since I'm desperate for material. It has been a hellish couple of days trying to move 100 and some radio stations from one network to another, and that's what I've been involved in. And now we have a little technical glitch here, but we did get the show on the air, and that's the way it goes. We'll get the technical things straightened out. Hopefully I'll get a little rest tomorrow for the first time. I think I probably had a grand total of about 5 hours sleep in about 72 hours since all this happened. And it's been a busy time, friends. And, you know, an old guy like me, it's tough. It's tough on my old bones. All right? We're going to take another break. We'll be right back on the Stan Baker program. I like that music bed, by the way. Keep that in mind with my stuff, okay? We'll work that one in. That's good. I like that. All right, the Stan Major program reminding you that no word in the English language rhymes with month. Think about it. And cat's urine glows under a black light. Now, these are the things that you really need to know. How about this one? Many hamsters only blink one eye at a time. You ever think about that? Oh, man. All right. Let me mention that we were supposed to have a guest on the show last night, but we weren't on. So that took care of that. Frank Plaster, who's written a new book about the Vietnam CIA-supported commandos called SOG, and we'll reschedule that interview. We're supposed to have Roger Simmermaker on tomorrow night. There is no way that we can have a guest on until we're comfortable and sure and everything is copacetic. So we'll postpone Roger. I'll have to call him tomorrow and postpone him. Roger, the author of the Made in the USA book, has been on the show before. Specific book is called How Americans Can Buy American, and we'll reschedule that interview. All right. 1-800-872-1121. If you'd like to get in on the last 15 minutes. We're going to play this hour back in the next hour because I have done my duty, my fellow Americans. I have suffered as no talk show host has ever suffered before. I have had two phones in my ear, one in my right ear, one in my left ear, for the last almost 2 hours, and I'm not going to do it. I'm fed up, and I'm not going to take it any longer. So we're going to rerun this hour. So get a call in right now. We can take one or two calls real quick at our new calling number on the Stan Major program, 1-800-872-1121. Yeah. Another West Palm call. We're hot in West Palm, friends. Well, I know we're on in Cleveland. I know we're on in Middletown, New York. And I think that's about all for tonight. Bob?
Yeah, Stan, how you doing?
All right. How are you?
Real good. I'm your newspaper carrier up in West Palm.
That's right.
And I didn't know what I was going to do for the last 3 nights driving along. I couldn't listen to that guy all the time.
Oh, come on. You didn't want to do the collectibles and the old car routine?
No, not 5 days a week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Got a funny story for you if you want to hear it.
I don't know whether I'll be able to understand it, but you can try it.
All righty.
I mean, this is not only do I have to listen to you on a telephone, it's not really a very good phone. Because my engineer that brought me the phone brings me really cheap merchandise, you know, like Salvation Army stuff.
Okay.
He picks this stuff up at garage sales.
Well, he was following the guy.
In poor neighborhoods.
Well, he was following the guy from the last 3 nights then.
Yeah.
And the collectibles.
That may be. This may be a collectible, come to think of it, taking a look at it.
Anyway, I'll tell you my story. A friend of mine asked me to follow him down. He was going to have his car fixed. And he asked me if I'd drive his car. And he was going to have his other car fixed. And he gave me $10 and asked me if I'd stop in and buy him some gas. So we're in Boynton Beach, and I pulled in, and I fill his car up with gas, and I get out, and I'm driving down Military Trail. And I look over at the mirror, and I said, where'd that smelly scent thing come from? And then I look over at the seat, and I said, where'd that purse come from? And I thought, oh, my goodness, I got in the wrong car. And I turned around and drove back to that station. The lady standing there in the parking lot was the attendant, and they're pointing at me. And I just got out of the car, and I said, I'm sorry, you got in the wrong car. And I got out of there real quick.
Same kind of car, huh? Same color and everything?
Same color and everything.
Holy cow.
And
that is strange.
It's just dumb enough that a cop would probably believe you.
Yeah, that's probably true. One of life's most embarrassing moments, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's good to have you back.
All right. Well, we'll be back to our regular start time in a few days.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Stan.
Good to hear from you. 872-1121 of the Stan Major program. 1-800-872-1121. And just keep dialing in. And again, it sounds like I'm begging for faxes, which I am. I'm down on my knees. And we can't get any faxes, which is amazing. Same old fax number, 954-236-2333. 954-236-2333 on the Stan Major program. As we wind our way toward the top of the hour, television networks Thursday identified the man who led 39 members of the Heaven's Gate cult in a mass suicide in Southern California as a Marshall Applewhite. Anybody know this nut? They showed a videotape of him promising his followers that they would rise to a higher level. Isn't that like going to the promised land? That's a 1990s version of going to the promised land, right? Something like that. The suicide group was... It's fascinating that for a long time, no women were mentioned at all. The cops kept saying there's nothing but men there. And then it suddenly changed. 1-800-872-1121. Give Nathan your first name and the city that you're calling from. And, boy, we are being dominated by West Palm Beach. I know we're on other cities, but they're either not getting through or they're sitting back and laughing at my problem here. I'm laughing at it too, friends. Actually, I'm just apoplectic. I'm laughing so hard. And all that material that I've been saving when I need to stall and kill some time, I can't find one single piece of it now. Nothing. Oh, man, I want to tell you, some days you can't, you just can't win for losing. Again, the toll-free number is brand new to you. Dial it carefully. We don't want to, we don't want you to get connected with any psychic line that's going to take an arm and a leg. 1-800-872-1121. 1-800-872-1121. Yes. All right.
Hey, watched the monologues.
Let me pick up my other phone or I can't hear you.
Oh, pardon me?
There you are. I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just wondering if you had a chance to see Jay Leno Thursday night.
No.
Okay. Well, it was a touching piece they did with Kevin Eubanks. I just was curious what your opinion of it might have been.
Well, I haven't
seen it,
so I can't really
Okay.
comment.
Well, you mentioned American-made products earlier.
Yeah.
How about New Balance tennis shoes that are made in the United States?
Well, New Balance is shutting down some plants, though.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I'm not absolutely sure about New Balance. Roger Simmermaker is going to check them out, but I think they shut down some plants in Kentucky.
Is that right? But they're still available at this time. I know I just got a pair not too long ago.
Yeah, the ones that you're buying right now are still made in the U.S. of A.
So that'll be the end of the line, huh?
Sad to say it could be. Who knows? All right, good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. 1-800-872-1121 of the Stan Major program. All righty, welcome back to the Stan Major program. We're wrapping up a pretty exciting night. And again, I want to take time out and say a special thank you to the great people who've been involved in getting this thing on the air such as it is. I can't really complain. I just like making a joke about the fact that We had a little technical glitch, which we will get straightened out, and then everything will be back to normal. But I want to commend the folks at the Radio America Network for really pulling a rabbit out of the hat and getting the show on the air with it's almost like 24 hours notice is what we did. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe I think 48 would be pushing it. But it was incredible that we were able to actually get up on this network and get up on the SATCOM satellite during the short period of time that we did. And I wanted to go on the air real bad because I know there were a lot of listeners calling a lot of the Stan Major affiliated stations and wondering what was up. And the quicker I could get back, the less pressure there would be on the big honchos at these various great affiliates that carry the show, because they could say, he's back, don't bug us anymore, all right? And so that's what we've been working on. And it's been a real hellish couple of days, folks. It's really been something. And you know, and the thing with the airborne package of all my stuff, instead of going to the new network, went to some place in Denver. You know, that doesn't help. But those are the things that are going to happen. That kind of thing, airborne shipping all my production stuff and my commercials to the wrong city, and me coming in here and not being technically minded at all, not having the foggiest idea how to correct a problem which could be at my end or could be in Washington. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, having this technical glitch. So that's the way it's gone for the first night, man, and Nathan's got it all on tape, and he's going to keep it for posterity. It is going to be something that we may sell tickets for this one of these days. Yeah. All right. Let me pick up my other phone so I can hear Chris. Chris, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, Stan.
How are you?
Okay, I was a little worried about not having you on the air, but I listen to you all the time. We might not call, but we're listening.
I appreciate that.
Listen, are you aware of a Cassini rocket? Have you ever heard of the Cassini rocket they plan to send up in October here in Florida?
No.
Okay, there's an article we have here in the Kings Point News. It's a Cassini rocket named after the Italian astrologer.
Yeah.
They plan to send up a rocket containing 72.3 pounds of plutonium, inducing plutonium. It's they figure that if they send it up in October and there's a mishap, they will have at least 30 to 40 million deaths, people dying. They can use a silicon solar energy, which could easily substitute the rocket scientists say. So now they figure NASA is going to go into Star Wars. There's a big article here in our Kings Point News.
Can you send it to me?
I'll bring it to your attention.
Yeah, send it to me. You know the address?
Oh, let me see.
I'm out of time. Listen.
Sure. I'll get it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
No
thank
problem.
You. All right, Nathan, thank you. I appreciate it. And everybody that's helped out. Stay tuned. We're going to rerun this hour. In the next hour, we'll have everything straightened out soonest.